you guys got going on?
Welcome one and all from wherever you're watching all around the online universe to the stream of the Adelaide Footy League today. Round 2 it is at this magnificent setting here at Park 12. Beautiful day to be out watching some Division 1 footy here. My name is Vince Cosme and we're here for the game between Prince Alfred Old Collegians and the Brighton Bombers today. Let's quickly run, as both teams are doing their warm-up, let's quickly run through a couple of points. Reigning Premiers, of course, playing their first home game after beating Glenunga in last year's grand final, making up for when they lost in 2022 the grand final to Port District. They opened the season with a 17-point win against their local rivals, St Peter's Old Collegians, away, kicking 4 goals to 1 in the last quarter and come from a point down at 3-quarter time. And their leaders certainly stood up last week with Luke McCauley, Lachlan McNamara and Jaden Davis among the best players, along with Oliver Clark. As for the visitors today, they finished 7th last year with a 7-11 record. They were a chance for 5th spot after beating Port District in round 14, but losses to eventual finalists Sacred Heart, Prince Alfred and Tea Tree Gully in rounds 15 to 17 saw them eventually finish a win plus percentage outside the top 5. They started with a loss this year to a grand finalist Glenunga and only 1 goal to half time and finished quite inaccurately with 4-11-35, and probably on the back of the fact that their 2 leading goal scorers, Jared Miller and Thomas Wellsby, were missing. Only Jake Tarker from last year's team is playing today. That's kicked more than 12 goals last season. As I welcome my co-commentator for his debut, Jack Banwell. Jack, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me, Vince. Pleasure to be here, mate.
And so 2 teams today. We just go through the reserve score. So he ended up Prince Alfred 14-12-96 to Brighton 6-5-41. And wouldn't surprise me if it's probably a similar scoreline in the seniors here today as well.
Yeah, I hate to say it for all the Brighton fans watching from far and wide, but I don't give them much of a shot early on. But I like to be proven wrong, so hopefully they can put up a good fight here.
So umpire holds the ball off, and you're with the debutant Jack Banwell to take us away.
PAC win the toss, and they're kicking to the left of screen as the Rucks go at it. McNamara fumbles the ball, Jolly picks it up, handballs out to Trenorden, the second gamer for PAC, one of their new recruits. It's intercepted and off the half-back line by Brighton. It's taken to half-forward. Tracking it down is Jack Plenty. He keeps it in, handballs back inside to the skipper in Carthy, over O'Loughlin Johncock's head as he tracks it down. Looks inside, kicks it to a 2-on-1. And it's duly intercepted by Josh Perks in the centre of the ground. He goes forward, he has one out, 1-on-1. Oh, that's an exceptional intercept mark by the Brighton halfback as he just assesses his options and goes short to Curtis Perry. Right in the back, the defensive goal square, he chips it to the other pocket in the shade. And they work this out to the other side well. They found a few loose players and it goes long to a contest down the line. And that's a strong mark by Tim Dixon. Positive start here for Brighton. Not so with that kick, but they've picked that up well by Will Rivers. Buckets, one of the star signings for Brighton. Welcome back to the club. As it goes inboard, forward 50 for Brighton, running back with the flight, but couldn't get there. And it was intercepted well by Wade Chant, one of their summer signings for Prince Alfred, as he switches out to the other side. That's well done there by O'Loughlin Johncock, but he's fumbled the ball. And PAC have worked this out well through Pitt. Oh no, he's kicked the ground. But it looks like they've cleaned that up. And but it should be intercepted by Jack Loy. He's got plenty of time. And they switch it again.
So in the back line here for Brighton, ball being played within the 50s at the moment. Higgins has got it at half-back. He goes down the line and Dixon's got it again. Been prominent early with a couple of good marks. Murphy's got it, decides to go towards half-forward, right in front of our commentary position here. Good pick-up on the bounce there by Venning. Tackled, numbers here with PAC, ends up here with Charlick. Charlick decides to go short, good kick. into traffic, and it's been taken by Jack Trenorden from one of the new players for PAC. He's come over from Sturt. So our broadcast today is brought to you by Classic Clashes, and we certainly hope this one is. So the kick now forward from Razzle Dazzle. Brazzle goes inside 50. It's going to be mopped up here with the numbers for Broadview. They decide to go out wide. Leads on there from Murphy. He's going to get it just short of centre wing. Now decides to hold play up. Not many options there. Decides to go back across 50. All can always be a little bit dangerous, but it seems like it's going to come off this time. And switches on right to the other side of the ground. Higgins has been prominent down the members' side. Short handball. Now comes to Venning. Venning decides to go with a kick inside forward 50. 2 on 2. Scrum ball, first one there, Schmidt. Schmidt's handball is errant though, picked up by Carthy. The captain decides to go deep, but the good strong mark again, Chant, second intercept mark that he has taken. He goes short to the coach in Craig Pitt.
Craig Pitt takes a risky one inboard to Jolly, straight down the guts, and he honours the run of McNamara, the captain, and he kicks beautifully out to the outer side. Looks like it's Jaden Davis out there. He goes long, direct, inside 50. And good body position and body work there by the forward, and he has a shot. Tyson Brazzle, Razzle Dazzle, as Vince called, Razzle Dazzle Brazzle. He marks well, 20 out, directly in front. Shouldn't be a problem for the man who kicked 56 goals last year. Second in the comp, kicked goals in 16 out of 18 games that he featured. And I have not put the moz on him. He kicks the first of the day, and Prince Alfred go one straight 6 to Brighton, yet to score. But promising start for Brighton. They've moved the ball pretty well. A couple of strong marks there by the full forward in Dixon. He's worked hard up the ground.
Yeah, good start there by both teams. First goal there to Brazzle. And the opening score is a maximum there for the Reds. So their home defence of their premiership is off to a start. Good start after 4.5 minutes here in the first quarter. So Trenorden up against Draper, both new players to the clubs, their respective clubs. McNamara does well, gets it there out to Macaulay, captain to vice captain. Kick goes up forward, still probably just at the top of the centre square, maybe just out. Tackles applied half forward here for the Reds, and we will have a ball up. Not too many stoppages in this game so far. It's been pretty free flowing. Up it goes. Good tap down over the back there by Brinsley, playing his 200th game today, Thomas Brinsley. So kick comes out towards centre wing. Brighton first one there, Trenorden couldn't quite get it. Under a little bit of pressure here, but now the kick's going to come down the centre wing. Two hands at it, but couldn't hold it there, Dixon. Oh, that tackle wasn't a little bit high. It was on Osborne. What a classy play he is. He's got players running over the other side, and he's duly going to find one of the... Oh, no, he's dropped the mark there, Chalmers. Butted up there by McNamara. He decides to go out wide, and it's been taken by Jack Ianello, and he will continue with the ball going to a one-on-one at half forward. Good spoil from behind. Handball comes back now. The little kick will come into the middle, and that's taken by Dylan Draper.
Dylan Draper into the side for round 2 after not being required for South Adelaide, and Brighton work this ball to the near side on the half-back flank there. He's got a runner, he draws, he gives a nice handball. The receiver then kicks down the ground. Dixon playing slightly behind, got the fumble, handball's back. He has time, he's kicked it to a 2-on-1. Schmitty, he's done well to intercept that one there. They had plenty of numbers around for support, and it's cleared by Tom Sumner. And it's marked by Ben Ianello. He goes forward to a 2-on-1. Oh, the forward's done well there to bring that one to ground. It was Tyson Brazzle, and he gets back a handball, and he goes long, deep inside 50. Brighton player coming across. And it's a loose ball here. It's a foot race, 2-on-1. Now it's into a one-on-one. Brighton defenders supporting their teammates well, getting plenty of numbers to contest to the loose ball. That'll please the coach early. That's well picked up by the captain in Otis Carthy, and he goes out wide. Mark fumbled, tries to take on the tackler, but that's a really strong tackle there by McNamara, I think it was. He gets a kick out. Samuel Venning, he had plenty of time and he found a free man on this near side wing. He goes forward, Dixon leads. It's a foot race between the two big fellas. And it's corralled to the line. No, kept in by Mitch Wicks. And that's good composure. He's been told to turn and go, but Cameron Pritchard just slows it up a touch and goes to the captain in Craig Pitt.
So, the diminutive Craig Pitt, Premiership coach, decides to switch play. Got a free player out there in Sumner, co-captain. His kick is almost errant, but well picked out. Decides to switch across the ground. Good hands, ends up here with Schmidt, like his run. Pitt with the handball, string of handballs now, ends up with McNamara. Oh, tackled, great tackle by Book. And the advantage is called. It's coming inside 50, races on. Mark's taken, tackle applied, ball's dropped. Trenorden, he's going to get called for holding. Well, the ball was dropped maybe a little bit, well played, bit of experience there by Rivers. Didn't quite fully take control of that ball. Then the tackle came. And so Will Rivers now, chance to square it up. Shouldn't miss from here, about 25 out. No breeze to speak of. Probably if there is any slightish breeze, he's probably kicking into it. But for a man of his experience, this should be no problem. 25 out, very slight angle. In he comes, Will Rivers. And scores a level here. 9.5 minutes in. 1 goal apiece. They have started well. You did call it, Jack. They've started well, the Bombers. They're quite competitive early.
Yeah, no, they have. And Will Rivers, back from Padthaway, former Brighton player, one of Brighton's favourite sons, former skipper and premiership player. It was no surprise he slotted that one. He kicked 31 goals in 13 games for Padthaway in the South East League last year. And he'll be delighted to get his first goal of the 2024 campaign. And yeah, bright start from Brighton.
So goal apiece here early. Entertaining game. A lot of it played between the arcs. Up it goes again. Good tap down by Trenorden. Couldn't quite take it. They're out of the ruck, but they managed to get the ball towards half forward. Brighton with the numbers. Harvey's got it. Goes with the hands to Murphy. Murphy again, string of handballs here. Looks like it's going to end up with Osborne. He goes to the far flank there, looking for Rivers again. It's touched and over the line. We have a boundary throw in on the intersection of the 50 and the boundary line. The Brighton Bombers attacking here with a chance to take the early lead. Tap down there by Draper that time. The quick kick comes out. And just holding it up. Here is Clark. Clark voted best on ground last week. Decides to go to the outer side. Chasing hard there, Garrels. Still going Garrels. Now he's got it. Maybe tackled high he was. Well done there by Joshua Garrels. Reward for persistence, and he's got the ball there just shy of centre wing on the far side of the ground. Decides to come in short. To McCauley. Again, short again. Brinsley's got it in his milestone game. Now the risky kick goes into the middle, but Wilkins got it. Again, not quite sure where to go. Decides to go wide again. Well set up behind the ball here, Brighton. So the kick from Garrels goes wide, and too wide, ends up out of bounds. So they've done well there, Brighton. The ball not touched, so it'll be last touch and brought in by Brighton.
He goes down the line. not his greatest kick. It's well intercepted there by Jack Trenorden. Just notice both sides, they're not looking to force the issue. If there's not much on, they're happy to go back and sideways to slow things up. It's kicked forward there by the vice-captain Macaulay. Well marked by Brinsley, the 200 gamer. So he's had a few touches early in his milestone game. He's feeling good. Kick goes in, who can fly? It's a Brighton defender, and that's well marked. That's a really, really good intercept mark. Slightly out of position, but strong hands, and he's brought it down. Probably about 15 metres out from his own goal. He honours the lead of Will Rivers. It's well defended there by Sumner, and it's fumbled out of bounds for a boundary throw-in just on centre wing in front of the members, in front of Ladies' Day, the marquee down there. There'll be plenty of good energy from the ladies for Ladies' Day today.
They'll be enjoying that very much right in front of the marquee there. Saw Hayden Jolly come back onto the ground. Geez, I love watching Hayden Jolly when he gets the ball. It's just like the whole world stops when he's actually got it. Anyway, we're in the forward 50 here for the Reds, pressing. Just get the kick away. They're under a lot of pressure here. Good pressure applied by Prince Alfred, but numbers way out, and now the kick's going to come out to centre wing. The big boys are there again, but in front, that's an excellent mark taken there by Will Schmidt. Through centre wing, called to play on. It's a bit of a wobbly kick to centre half forward, and that's going to be cut off. It's just dropped short. Good mark taken there in the back line by Evans. Evans decided to go out wide. Under pressure, but the mark was taken. Further out wide goes Murphy, right out to far centre wing. Now they've opened up a player out the back here, Broadbent, one of their better players last week. So Broadbent's got it too far out, maybe 75 out. Goes wide, looking there for Book. Book flies among two, got hands on it, couldn't quite hold it. Bottom of the pack there is Dermody. Umpire says no, I'll have it, thanks. Tackled immediately. It's where you want the little fella to be, front and centre. Up it goes again. Good tap down by Trenorden. Perks gets it outside 50, one-on-one, both players holding. An excellent mark taken there again by Broadbent. So Broadbent, opportunity to swing it back in again. This time he's going to go a little bit more central. Sees the lead from Rivers, big pack. Over the back, oh, we've got an opportunity here. Oh, he's caught holding the ball there. Dermody again, right at front and centre at the right spot, but maybe just tried to do a little bit too much to find an opening to have a shot. And Julie was caught, and the relieving kick here now comes out to the vice-captain Macaulay.
Yeah, fantastic chase down tackle there by Ollie Wilkin to stop what probably would have been a certain goal. As it's come to centre wing, and the Brighton players mop this up. They handball, chip backwards to a bit of slow play there by Perry, I should say. And they just slow it down here on true centre wing. He goes long. Trenorden just sits himself in the hole, but it's brought to ground. Well done there by the Brighton forward. And Wilkin again, he mops up. Goes inboard to Macaulay. Jolly and Pitt, can they work it out? Jolly just chips forward. And he just slows it up there, Riley Davis. Honours a short lead by Jaden Davis. At centre half back. Another little chip kick. Bit of a possession-based game by both sides. Definitely slowing it up when they can, honouring the 15-20 metre chip. To try and move the Brighton defence, but Brighton defence so far has held up pretty well. It's with Riley Davis again. The two brothers combining. And now he honours a lead by a forward. It's just spilt. The Brighton players, looks like there's a few of them around the contest to mop this up. Well smothered. And they have one forward of the contest here. They have a runner, scrap kick forward. That's well sharked by the PAC player who intercepted that one. And it looks like it's Wicks on the end of this one. About 45 metres out from goal, straight in front. There was a bit of a slight breeze against him, against this side in the B grade game just before, but it looks like it's died down. So hopefully he's got the journey in him, Vince.
Well, Mitch Wixie, he's got a longer run up than Michael Holding. This is Ben Brown-like.
Now Wixie strolling in. Looks calm, looks composed. And that looks okay. His teammates are celebrating.
Yeah, he's not going to knock him for that.
And so is he. That's a very good goal. As PAC kicked their second. 17 minutes gone on the Sportal scoreboard. Down here at Prince Alfred, have been given a new electronic scoreboard with some beautiful graphics. So they'll certainly know if this game is tight, what the situation of the game is.
So Mitch Wicks, well done. Long run up, long kick, long goal. Good job. So on the Sportal scoreboard, 2 goals straight to 1 goal straight. So not a lot of scoring, but a very entertaining start. Ball pinging between both ends of the ground. So it's back in the middle. Tap down that time. Well done by Dixon. Ball has now gone in towards the forward 50. First one there is Nerlich, a late in for Jarman Sigel. He's a big out, but Nerlich does well there. But the handball with the numbers comes out, ends up with Perks. Handball chain. Kick inside the middle. Here we go, Hayden Jolly. You can bet this is going to end up with one of their players. Oh, beautiful spoil from behind, but it's shark beautifully. Garrels goes wide. There's our first blemish for the day. Josh Garrels just to the far side. And that now makes it a 7-point lead. 2-1-13 on the scoreboard, brought to us by Sportal and Hahn Ultra Low Carb. Great taste, ultra low carb. How good? Yes, how good on a day like today. There'll be quite a few Hahn Ultra Lights happening over in those tents to our left.
Yep, no reason for there not to be a few Hahns flowing. It's a beautiful day here at Park 9. And the skills of so far have been the conditions have suited the skill level of this game. It's been there's been very few balls hit the deck, as there's a big tackle there, and the umpire's called holding the ball. As the Brighton player doesn't quite like the treatment he might have got in his face a little bit. It's Ollie Wilkin. He started well. That's a couple of big tackles now for Wilkin. He'll be pleased with his start to the game. He slows it down, looks for a lead. He honours a little short one. Well spoiled there by the Brighton defender. And it's mopped up in tight, and that's not going anywhere. The umpire will have that for a ball up. About 45 metres out from Prince Alfred's goal. Looks to be plenty of numbers around this contest. Brighton Ruckman's tapped it to Jolly. He tried to fend off. He got a little scribbler kick away, and that's cleared by... Sure. It's well picked up there by Tom Dermody. It's taken strongly, but the umpire wants it for a ball up. Gee, that was a strong tackle there by Cameron Pritchard. Into the side for round 2 for Prince Alfred. As it's tapped down by Trenorden. Good tackle there by Craig Pitt. And the umpire will have it again. Jake Tarker, the little goal sneak, couldn't quite get out of that contest. Dixon and Trenorden again. It's thrown up. Trenorden tapped down again. He looks to have had the slight advantage in the hit-out department. As this game goes on, hopefully he can hit a few chests and get a few clearances for Prince Alfred. He said he doesn't want his teammates this time. He grabs it out of the ruck and kicks it forward. Picked up by Pritchard. And forward again by Riley Davis. And that's found a chest. That little scrap kick. You love when those find your chest. Get on the end of a little scrap kick. It's with the skipper in McNamara. Been called to play on. And he goes to the boundary to a big one-on-one. Brighton have numbers at ground level. But that's well done there by the Prince Alfred forward. He was probably 3-on-1. He brought it to ground and then was good ball retention and got tackled. So very well done.
So half forward here. Geez, the numbers are impressed with their numbers around the ball here, Brighton. They're getting players to the contest, probably outnumbering the Reds, and here they come out with it again. There's a nice long kick, comes back towards centre wing. 2 hands on it there, Chant. Couldn't quite take the intercept mark that time. Umpire will come in, will ball that up. Just forward to centre wing here for the Bombers. Good tap down by Dixon. Handball's just behind Draper there. He's pulled over the boundary line in the tackle. So we'll have a boundary throw in. So it'll be Dixon and Trenorden. Ball comes in. Trenorden with a couple of hands in the back, gets away with it, takes it. Chain of handballs ends up with Evans. He goes short. It's a good kick. Here's Jaden Juice Davis. Not sure where to go. Gives the handball to Ollie Wilkin. Puts him under pressure. And once again, impressive. Brighton. They've done well, but can they get out of it? Oh, that was almost a throw there by Higgins. Plenty of players around the ball. Carthy in there. Couldn't quite pick it up. Does come out now. Handball off by Nerlich. And the kick comes out back towards forward centre wing. Well, that might have been a bit high, but the siren goes. Dylan Draper tackle there on Schmidt. Umpire puts two hands up in the air, and that is quarter time here. Quarter time. Intriguing first quarter here. 2-1-13 Prince Alfred. One straight to the Bombers. Goal kickers Brazel and Wicks for the Reds. And for Brighton, their sole goal kicker Will Rivers in the 9th minute. But they've done well, Brighton, and probably going against whatever breeze there is here. Maybe not even worth a goal, but very impressed with their start. We're going to take a short break while the players are in and the coaches are out for quarter time, and we'll be back with you very shortly. So welcome back here, second quarter from Park 9. Umpire holds the ball aloft. 7 points the margin here on this Sportal and Hahn Ultra Low Carb scoreboard. The home side are in front, tapped down by Trenorden beautifully, shark by Osborne. He's got time to wheel around onto his right foot and go towards centre foot. It's a good kick too there to Rivers. Well, perfect start, as you called, Jack. Perfect start there by Brighton. Jesus, Mouse will be happy to see that. Brett Backwell, the coach, taking the tap off the losing ruckman. Time to wheel around and spot up Rivers. So Rivers here with opportunity to become the first multiple goal kicker in the game and reduce the margin back to 1 point. Going to be kicking slight angle from about 50. It's going. It has just missed to the far side. So first blemish there for Brighton, and that is the opening score for the second quarter. So they go to 1-1-7 and they trail by one straight kick here on the Sportal scoreboard, 2-1-13 to 1-1-7.
Yeah, perfect start there for Brighton, albeit didn't quite convert their Rivers, but the coach will be pleased with that. Osborne flies, and it's sharked by Chris Broadbent. Osborne gets on the end of this one. He shrugs one, he shrugs two, he shrugs three. Honours a runner in Perry. He kicks forward. Just dropped there by the Prince Alfred defender, and that's Evans. He started well in that first quarter. I think that's his third intercept mark. He's been really strong back there. He goes wide. Again, great ground presence by Brighton. Unfortunately, he's turned that one over. They go inboard to the 200 gamer in Brinsley. Former skipper, played in many premierships for Prince Alfred. He honours a runner, he goes by handball. And he goes inside to Jolly. He gets on the end, he plays on Hayden Jolly. He just chips that one over beautifully. Can he get on it?
Oh,
he can.
I love watching him play.
Ben Ianello timed the run beautifully. Hayden Jolly did not break stride. He was under pressure when he played on there too, Vince, but still laced out Ianello 10 metres out, directly in front. He should put this one through. As he comes in, only 10 metres out, the left footer chips it over the goal umpire's head, and he loves it. Prince Alfred go 3-1-13 to Brighton 1-1-7, and they lead by 2 straight kicks on the Sportal scoreboard. Only a few minutes gone in the second quarter, but that's a bright start for Prince Alfred.
So well done there to Ben Ianello. Magnificent assist there by Hayden Jolly. Again, had to go at full stretch to take that mark. Played on immediately. Didn't break stride. Chipped the ball up and allowed Ianello to run onto it. And he, again, also didn't break stride. So classy ball movement from the back line right through, and finished off really well with a goal with Ianello. So umpire, up they go again. Once again, Brighton with the tap down.
Oh, no.
Aaron Hamble there ends up with pick. Kick comes inside. Couldn't quite take it there. Juice Davis. But they butted up well. Kick comes in towards the 450. Good spoil from behind. There's a picked up off the ground and almost done. Well done there. Well, that would have been a bit of razzle dazzle, but no luck there for Tyson Brazel. So 1 point apiece here so far in the second quarter. A little bit more attacking intent early. Both teams able to register a score, albeit a minor one. Good play here, comes out towards the captain, Carthy. Carthy's kick towards Bedford, goes over the top of the pack. Plenty now. Here goes long. It's a one-on-one here. What's going to happen? Mark, has it been taken? No, not taken. Comes out here to Rivers. Rivers is going to bounce. Is he going to make the distance? He doesn't, and it's well done now. I think looked like Jackie Ianello in the back. His kick goes wide to Wicks, and Wicks will just hold the play up there at half-back.
Wicks with it at half-back on the outer side. They initiate the switch here, PAC, and they bring it to the outer side in Sumner. And they get to centre wing. He goes in board. That's a very ominous kick. Luke McCauley tries to take on a couple of tacklers and can't quite get away from them. Oh no, Brooks handballed to Ty Murphy and he's fumbled. They've tried to get the ball back, but Jaden Davis has been taken high. He honours a short one, and that's with Brinsley 60 out. Oh, Evans has snuck a couple of metres extra on the mark there. He goes deep, long to Brazel. Oh, with one hand, great body work. And he's taken a one-handed clunk. Just shifted his opponent, Jack Loy, under the ball, stuck the one mid out.
Well, that was definitely a contender for Bianco, mark of the round there. One mid out there from Brazel, and that's what we love about him. He's going to do the special stuff, razzle dazzle.
Now Brazel, man on the mark, 15 metres out, just a bit more than a 45-degree angle. Strolls in, nice and slow, 1-2 steps, and just puts it to the near side. So that's another point for PAC in this quarter. 3 goals, 3-21 to Brighton, 1 goal 1 on the Sportal scoreboard. They lead by 14 points, 6 minutes gone.
So largest lead of the game, 14 points. Brighton go long and strong out. That ball's gone almost to centre wing. Oh, there was a massive fly at the back there from Dixon. And one of his own players, that was Book, one of his own players, a bit slow to get up. Meanwhile, the ball's coming back the other way. PAC look like they've started with a bit more. Oh, wow. There are players here everywhere that are free.
Fat side.
So, Craig Pitt, is he going to make it? Oh, beautiful work there by Evans to get his hands on the ball. Good handball out. The kick smothered. First one there is going to be Perks. Emo plates the tackle. Oh, off the ground there by Davis. It ends up going through for a minor score.
Justin Evans. That was almost Leo Barry-like coming across the front of the pack. As they clear through Murphy on this outer side. They chip it down, but that's intercepted. And he has Joshua Gurrell as he goes in that direction. Well spoiled by Perry. And that's out for a boundary throw in. Right on the junction on the outer side here in PAC's forward line. PAC just have had a bit of control early on in this second quarter. Ball's been down their end for most of it. Brighton just struggling to hold on to the ball. As Brinsley and Dixon go at it in the ruck. It's tapped down by Brinsley. Pitt tries to shark it. It's bobbling around in there. Comes out to Jolly on the left. He goes in 50. And that's well marked by Broadbent to intercept for Brighton. He's about 30 out from his own goal. Doesn't look to be too many options on. So he goes all the way back to the boundary line in his defensive 50 to Loy. And it's just starting to be a bit of a breeze. Looks like it's coming over our shoulder across the ground. Oh, that's nearly gone out on the full. And they haven't made any distance, but they've gone to the other side of the ground. Kicked forward by Jack Chalmers to a 3-on-2. Picked up by Jolly. He has a number behind him. And that's kicked forward to Josh Perks. He marks 50 out. If he decides to go for goal, he'll be kicking into a bit of a breeze. He doesn't. He chips it up in the Brazel direction. He's outnumbered, but he picks up the crumb. And off the back of the pack, it fell in his lap and he snapped and put it straight through. That's Brazel's second of the game. His third scoring shot of the quarter, so he's been heavily involved. And they move to 4 goals 3. That's right, Vince. 4 goals 3. 4-4, 28. To 1 goal 1, 7. So they take a 21-point lead in this second quarter. 9 minutes gone.
So 21 points, largest lead of the game now. 4-4-28 to 1-1-7 on the Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard. Great taste, ultra low carb. How good? Yes, how good. Just starting to get a little bit of control here. 21-point lead on the Sportal scoreboard. Ball in the middle. does pop out. Jolly can't quite get the kick away. Or is that almost in the back? Umpire says no. More in the side by Riley Davis there. And we'll come in and have a secondary stoppage right next to the centre circle, outer side of the centre circle. Trenorden in front, goes over the back, ends up being sharped by Carthy. Little kick goes about 10 metres. Oh. Lovely little tap there by Ollie Wilkin. Oh, he ends up getting it back, sees a player out wide, running hard there, Charlick. Paddles it in front, now picks it up seconds. Oh, then he's let it go, ends up going over the boundary line. Half forward here for the Prince Alfred, going against the slightest of breezes, but they've certainly upped the ante here in the second quarter. Brighton had that opening passage of play. How different this game might have been if that went through for a goal. It didn't. Since then, the last 5 scoring shots, 2 goals, 3, have all gone to the home side to open up a 21-point lead. Ball will come in. Ball it up again, half forward, left. Trenorden slaps it forward. Brighton again with numbers around. Oh, he's just dropped it there, Venning. And that has cost them dearly. Dixon had the ball, but had to give it up. Ball comes towards true centre half forward. Here comes Brazel. Oh, rose high, couldn't quite take the mark.
He wanted it.
And umpire will come in. 25 out. Good tackle there by Perry. And we'll have another ball up.
Yeah, he wanted the high one there, the Prince Alfred small forward. That was Garrels. Tried to draw a high one. Carthy collects the ruck tap. It's gone to O'Loughlin. Brighton will want to see him get involved. He's been a little bit quiet. One of their better players last year. Actually, he was their best player. He won the best and fairest for Brighton last season. As it's fumbling around in there, and Brighton get a holding the ball free kick on true half-back for Brighton. It's with Cheeseman. He goes short to Jack Chalmers. He plays on. Bit of fast play. Get some speed on the game here, Brighton. Good contest. Oh, it's gone out the full. So on outer centre wing, Prince Alfred will take this in. Goes short to Luke McCauley. Looks to go inside. We see something. Little short one, Riley Davis. He's had a few kicks, a few little short ones like that, in and around, trying to generate some forward momentum for his team. Back to McCauley. I like the way they're chipping around early. Plenty of marks, possession-based game. Pitt 1-2 leads, finally gets honoured. He's about 70 from home. Who's deep for pre-AC? Brazel's got a nice hole in front of him. And Pitt goes all the way back to the furthest player out on the ground, and he plays on. It's in the Davis direction, is it? Taken by Dylan Draper. That's well done. He goes fast. That's in the direction of O'Loughlin. He's at true centre wing on the outer side. He has a bounce. He has a lead by Rivers. Oh, could have been maybe in the back on another day. Great tackle there by the Brighton small forward. And he's been rewarded with a holding the ball free kick. Can't quite get a look at who it is, but that was well done. Again, continuing on from the, it looks like Dixon actually, the big ruckman. So doing it up in the air and on the ground, that'll definitely please his coach. And they're following on from their first quarter where they had plenty of presence at contest, Vince. And hopefully they can be rewarded and keep themselves in the game. Currently 21 points down.
Impressed with Dixon in the first quarter, was contesting really well.
Comes in about 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. Looks pretty good off the boot. Oh, I thought I saw his arm up in celebration. He might have just gone a bit early, but it's gone to the near side. 1 goal 8, 1 goal 2, 8, 2, 4 goals 4, 28. PAC lead by 20 points on the Sportal scoreboard as they bring it in. So, short kick. First score there for 13 minutes since that opening minute point. Oh, is in a little bit of trouble here in Ello. They do get the kick forward, but in the way there is Rivers. He goes long and strong. He's going to land about 20 metres out.
Oh, ends up going over the pack. Who's going to be there? Quick kick comes out. An opportunity now for Clark. He's got it. Oh, he's got three around him. Handball straight to Perry. That goes to Broadbent. Broadbent's kick.
That's a great mark.
That's a good effort. In amongst two. And once again, they're able to repel. So decide to go out towards the outer side with a short kick. They love the chip around game, especially in the back half.
Yeah.
This time it goes a bit longer to a 2-on-1. Oh, way too wide. Gee whiz. Jack Lloyd's going to get the relieving free kick here. He's going to play on straight away. Plenty, who's the deepest man on the ground, gets it. Piercing kick into the middle. Swinging straight around on the left and in towards forward 50 was Tarka. Out the back, opportunity now for Ian tackled immediately, not going anywhere. Umpire will come in the shadows and ball it up. So pressing here, the last few minutes has been better for Brighton. You need to get some scoreboard pressure on though.
Oh,
here's an opportunity, there's a snap, it's going to be just to the near side again.
It's by Tarka.
And, well, their leading goal scorer from last year that's playing today, Jake Tarka, has missed. It's 2 points in a row. They just need to get a major on the board.
They certainly do, but they're right in it, and they've been really good so far. Last season, Prince Alfred beat Brighton by 54 points and 76 points. So this one is certainly a little bit closer than what it looked to be last year. So they'll be pleased that they're right in it. As Evans, not sure who that was, tackled over the line. Boundary umpire's thrown it back in. Well tackled there by Carthy. Higgins handballs out. Another smother. So just a few boundary throw-ins here. A little bit tight. Getting a little bit heated. Bit of push and shove. Brighton just letting him know that they're here to play. And they've certainly showed it. They've been good. Picked up there by Book. Was it? Not too sure. Oh, I thought that was a bit of a high one. He was certainly looking for it. I think it was Dermody there, the little fella. As the Rucks go at it for another ball up. It's picked up by Dermody again. Jolly looks to be first on this one. It's picked up there by Dermody again. Oh, and he's been pinged holding the ball. Maybe a little bit stiff, but oh well, that's what you're going to get in footy sometimes. Jolly with a good tackle there. He just slows it down a bit, wants a bit of movement, and he gets one. He just goes sideways. They're about 50 out from their own goal, PAC. So if Brighton can set up well and keep him in, that'll certainly please them. They just go sideways again to where it came from. Brazil honours the lead on centre wing, and it goes there. Well spoiled by Evans. He'll get it back in a handball receive. He kicks long, big up and under. Who can fly? It's a 2-on-1. Oh, and the PAC defender holds firm. That's a great intercept mark. Oh, Lachlan off the bench. Wasn't quite seen by the PAC kicker. But Brazil takes a strong mark, 2-on-1. So he's just defensive side of centre wing. That's a nice little ball. Ooh. That's dropped by Ollie Wilkin, but does well to collect. They have 3 on the outer side there. It's a good shepherd. Good hit there by O'Loughlin. And it's down to McNamara. Oh, they got one out here. It's Ollie Clark. He has plenty of time to pick up, assess a runner. He goes to Garrels. He's being urged on to shoot by the blokes on the side here. And he just puts it to the far side for a point. I think that would have got the young fellas down here up and about, right in front of the crowd.
It certainly would have, but a little bit inaccurate both teams this quarter. Scoredall and Hahn Ultra Low Carb scoreboard, 20 points to the margin. Brighton bringing the ball out. Dermody's got a mile of space by himself. Chips it up. Good chip too. Nerlich has got it. Just outside 50. He's popped someone up as well. Lovely spoil by Schmidt from behind. But the crumbs are picked up.
Snag.
And that looks like that might be a goal. I think it is. So Brighton finally do get their second goal, and they have certainly impressed in the last few minutes.
Looked to be, I think it was Ty Murphy there who shucked that one off hands. Oh no, the skipper.
Carthy,
Otis
just
Carthy.
when they need it. Well done, Otis Carthy. So 20 minutes into the that's just hitting time on in the second quarter. That's their first for the quarter.
So 14 points the margin PAC's way, and they've just ticked over into red time in this second quarter. They wouldn't want to concede one here either side. Oh, Taka, that's brilliantly roved off hands, and they've got one out in Nigel Osborne. One of their better players last year goes in board. Oh, has that been marked? Just dropped. Thought he held it long enough. Picked up by Dermody. He goes out to Perry. A little chipping ball, handball. PAC can clear if they can find a chest, and they do. It's with Jaden Davis. He just takes his time, slows it down a little bit. Brighton with a bit of momentum the last few minutes. They just want to slow it down, but it's been turned over. It's with Scott Nerlich, the late inclusion for Brighton today. Picked up by O'Loughlin to Dermody. He's got one free. Osborne, he's got plenty of time. He should make a smart decision here. When he's gone for goal. And it's not, it is intercepted, but it's gone out of bounds. Was it out on the full?
It might be a throw. It is a throw in. Geez, Ty Murphy thought he got lucky there. Sorry, not Ty Murphy. They did run in and kick the goal, but it was after the ball had crossed the line. But Brighton pressing again. He said, love another late goal here. That'll bring it back to 8 points. And for all of the dominance of the first half of this second quarter by the reigning premiers, Brighton, if they can snag one here, they will split it at 2 goals apiece for the second quarter. Strong tackle is applied. Umpire says I'll have it, not high. The tackle there on Chan. There it goes. So Dixon, the third man up. Handball comes out. Quick kick is smothered. A little bit aerial ping pong. Ball on the outer wing. Picked up by Murphy. His handball's a little errant. Handball comes out there towards Pritchard. Goes to Pitt. Nice tap on by Pitt. Still under pressure now. They've actually turned it over, and here's a go for the Bombers. So Venning's got it. Taking his time assessing who can give him the lead here inside 50. A little bit of movement. Now he's going to decide to go long. Very, very long. He's going long, deep, very deep. It's going to end up off hands and through for a minor score. So on the Sportle and Han ultra low carb scoreboard, margin is now 13 points.
1 goal, 4 for Brighton this quarter. If they could have just got one more, there's still time though. They would have liked to have maybe registered 1 or 2 more as it comes to Josh Perks at centre half back for PAC from the kick in. He honours another short one. I thought it was going to the man in front, but he's gone to McNamara, who's found himself in a little hole there. Oh, he's got one out, and he honours. It's Benny and Ello. They're out. If he can pick this up cleanly, he does. He goes to 50 and honours a nice short lead. Gee, that went from one end of the ground to the other in a flash. Just a little bit of a slip up there by Brighton, and it's with the coach, Craig Pitt. He's about 30 metres out from goal. Just a bit bigger than 45-degree angle. Right in front of us. Here in the commentary position. Yeah, it's Craig Pitt, the reigning premiership coach of 2023. Strolls in, a little bit wobbly off the boot, but it's trying to work its way back. And it has. So an important time to kick a goal for either side in the quarter, and it's gone to PAC. And they go to 5 goals, 5-35 to Brighton.
2-4-16.
2-4-16. So that is 19 points the margin. And the siren, yeah.
Important goal late. Geez, here we were a couple of minutes ago talking about Brighton pressing and looking to bring the margin back within 7 points. And it's gone down the other end of the ground and suddenly it's 19, and that just keeps that gap clear for the Reds.
As the ball goes up, 2 rucks go at it. Trenorden wins the tap down. It's about a 15-metre tap down at Shark by Osborne. He goes to Dylan Draper, and it's cleared down forward by Plenty, and it should be intercepted, and it is. So he goes to the outer side, Chant. Just missed Craig Pitt off hands. And we'll go out for a boundary throw-in. Siren could blow any minute now. 26 minutes gone on the Sportal scoreboard. If either team could jag a goal, it would do wonders for their confidence going into half-time. As Trenorden and Draper go at it again. Trenorden tries to grab it out the ruck but can't, and it's fumbled forward. Shark by. We've got it in the hands of McNamara. He takes on one. He has time to steady and find a chest, but it's just gone wide and out on the full. It was in the Gorell's direction, but Chris Broadbent will take it in for Brighton.
Been impressive, Broadbent. Probably just about Brighton's best player so far. So he's got it at half back. Sportal and Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard tells us it's just about to tick over to 27 minutes. All on the outer wing. Umpire will come in. Bit of push and shove there by Hayden Jolly. See Osborne in the foreground there around this pack. There is the half-time siren. So on the Sportal and Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard, that tells us that the reigning premiers are 5-5-35. They are leading the visitors, the Brighton Bombers, 2-4-16. That is a game equaling high margin of 21 points at half time. We have one multiple goal scorer in Tyson Brazel. He's kicked one in each of the first 2 quarters. Single goals to Wicks Ianello, and the late goal there to the coach, Craig Pitt. And the 2 goal kickers, one in each quarter. First quarter, Rivers for Brighton and Carthy at the 19-minute mark of the second quarter. That leaves us with a 21-point margin. Our broadcast today brought to you by Sports Interactive and Dartfish. Video analysis solutions for improved sports performance. Our game day broadcast sponsor is Classic Clashes, celebrating grassroots greatness. We're going to take a break here at half time while both teams are entering into the change rooms to get some wise words from the 2 coaches. We'll come back and see if Brighton can make some inroads into this 21-point lead right after this break.
19 points. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Welcome everyone back to this clash. A couple of minutes away from the start of the third quarter between Prince Alfred and Brighton. We currently have Prince Alfred 5 goals 5-35 to Brighton 2 goals 4-16. In that second quarter, it could have been, but it wasn't quite the Tyson Brazel show. He had 1 goal and 2 behinds. If he kicked all 3, he definitely would be in the running for the player of the match for the Archie Thongs. Other players that stood up, Craig Pitt and McNamara in the midfield. The whole PAC midfield really just sort of stepped up in that second quarter, tried to wrestle back some of the momentum Brighton had. The Reds had most of the play for most of the quarter, but Brighton did manage to have a few scoring shots, couldn't quite put it on the board. 1 goal 4. And they find themselves down by 19 points going into this third quarter. What did you think, Vince?
Yeah, they certainly had a large amount of the ball in the first. It was about the first 12 minutes or so after that opening saute from Brighton, which was missed. But then Brighton did get a little bit of control back for a few minutes. But then when they were pressing to try and get themselves back within a goal or just over, we then saw the ball in a very slick piece of movement from one end of the ground to the other end up with Craig Pitt, who kicked truly to really what was probably a 2-goal turnaround at that point to give them some good breathing space going in here, and with the breeze just picking up a little bit and the Reds having the opportunity to kick to the northern end in this quarter, it could be a chance this game might blow out a little bit in this third quarter. But Brighton have held up pretty well. Their defence has been solid. We're just coming in here, and Jack, take us away.
Trenorden and Dixon go at it in the ruck, and that's sharked by Jake Tarker. Quick start here for Brighton. They go to half forward. It's intercepted by Will Schmidt. He's been good in his second game for PAC. And they clear at outer centre wing with Oliver Clark. They're just going a bit of a slow play. Honours a short one, but it's well intercepted. Cutting across in front of the 200 game at Brinsley. There's a bit of push and shove on the mark. It's been called to play on. That was Ty Murphy who took that nice intercept. He goes in the direction of Dixon. Oh, Draper. He goes long to O'Loughlin. It's spoiled. It's probably gone the wrong way for the PAC, and it's well tackled by Schmidt. Didn't dispose of that one correctly. And he's been pinged for holding the ball. That's a good tackle by Schmidt. That's a good first minute here in this third quarter for Will Schmidt. About 40 out from his own goal. He switches across to Charlick. And he plays on straight away. He has a man on this near side centre wing. It is Jack Ianello. He goes to a one-on-one. Looks to be Brazel being held. Wanted the free kick, didn't get it. Well picked up by Curtis Perry. And they've worked this out by hand. And it's worked to Higgins by foot. And he marks about 60, 70 out from his own goal, tied against the boundary. And I'm not sure what that was for, but he's been called for 25, the man on the mark. It was Ollie Wilkin. So they come to true centre wing on this near side in the hands of Blake Higgins. They have 2 PAC players in the hole, so he can't quite kick long, but he does anyway. That's well sharked by Tarker off hands, and it's fallen to, can't quite see, Scott Nerlich. Jake Tarker, bright start in this third quarter. 1 centre clearance, and then that one off hands, doing what a small man should be, front of the pack.
They started well again this quarter, as they did.
They
now
certainly
they've got
have.
the first opportunity here. Again, let's see if they can make something of it. It's definitely got to go inside the right-hand post and let the breeze bring it back.
Nerlich strolls in, 45 out. That didn't look great, and it falls about 5 metres short. Draper couldn't quite tackle Schmidt off hands, and he clears long. This will go out, I think, will it? For a, what have they called?
Last touch.
Last touch, yep. That's come back in. Oh! Boundary umpire's called a throw-in because I think it was Ty Murphy let it go out of bounds instead of taking possession.
I think he shepherded out of bounds. It's a strange call from the umpire. I don't think it really might not matter if the ball goes out, but he's called it anyway.
Yep. So as the rucks go at it, Trenorden and Dixon, great tap by Trenorden. He's been prevalent in the ruck, plenty of first use for his on-ballers. So far, it's off hands at outer centre wing. Great tackle. Again, Brighton, ground presence. They had another number at that contest, picking that one up. And it was well tackled, well defended by PAC.
So centre wing, outer side. Ball comes out of the pack. First one there is Charlie. Goes with hands. Here goes Jolly. Jolly on that trusty right foot. Pops it up. Towards half forward. Ball's on the ground. Brighton again. They've got numbers. Just goes past Dixon. Bounced just at the wrong time in front of him, but they're able to follow it up. Chalmers now. Goes blindly across ground. And that's picked up by Ian Ello. His kick is over to Wilkin, who spears the ball inside 50, and that's an excellent kick there from Ollie Wilkin. And again, this could be a 2-goal turnaround here after Brighton again having the first shot at goal, which didn't quite make the distance. Ends up down the other end of the ground. Garrels has got it.
The breeze will be right behind him for this one, Vince. Left goal post should just work nicely.
So Garrels. Yeah, done that absolutely perfectly. You called it, Jack. Left-hand post, brought it around beautifully. That's gone straight over the umpire's hat. It's his first goal for the day, Garrels. And the opening sortie in the third quarter goes to the reigning premiers, and they have increased their lead 6-5-41 to 2-4-16 on the Sportle and Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard. 25 points game, high margin here at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter.
Certainly is game high margin. Brighton, they would have been thinking they're a massive sniff, and they certainly still are. They've played really well so far. This would be a massive scalp if they could get a win over PAC. They only managed to beat 2 teams above them on the ladder last year, so if they could pick up the scalp of the reigning premier, that'll do them a world of confidence for this season, being in only round 2. As it's off hands, off the ruck contest. Pitt was tackled by the skipper, Carthy, so skipper and coach going at it in the centre. Bobbling around in there off the ruck tap. Throw, they're calling for a throw, and it's been given. Nigel Osborne will have this one right in the centre of the ground. He has Dixon out. He goes in the direction of Rivers. Can he fly? Schmidt comes across. Well intercepted off hands. Oh, sharked. Oh no. It's come out to Charlick. Snap kick on the left there by Ian Ello, the Jack variety. Good tackle there by Dixon. Didn't handball that, but it's been called play on. And the umpire will have it off hands. The Brighton players feel they've been hard done by there. Didn't look like he disposed of that one correctly.
Yeah, McNamara a little bit lucky there.
Certainly. Venning just taking the sting out of the game. Slow to get up. Dixon and Trenorden will go at it again in the ruck. Trenorden, nice little crafty tap over his head in forward direction. Picked up by Ollie Clark. He wanted the high one, but the umpire was on the wrong side. Good tackle there by Curtis Perry. And it's just inside the centre square on this near side.
So, let's see what happens here. Third man up, gets the ball out of the contest, and that was well played. So the kick comes inside forward 50, can't quite take the mark there. Draper butters up with the handball. Kick now coming inside from Tarka. That's a beautiful kick inside forward 50.
He has been electric in this third quarter, Jake Tarka. I think that's 4 kicks. And I reckon they've all been penetrating.
So Venning now, we probably, when going at this end of the ground, that's probably about the limit. Going to be kicking from probably about 45. Again, need to aim at the right-hand goalpost here. The ball does draw across the goal face. So Samuel Venning, can he answer that early goal? with one of his own. Kick looks good. Is it coming back? Not enough. Not enough. Was good off the boot. It's one behind only. So opening score is a behind here. And it makes it an even 4-goal margin on the Sport Ulan ultra low carb scoreboard. Coming out Macaulay. Oh, his kick's been intercepted. There's players here everywhere off of the intercept, and that's going to end up with Shane Harvey. Now, they must make them pay here, Brighton.
Yeah, great pressure on the mark from the kick in. I think it was O'Loughlin there, just harassing the kick in. And Harvey has a shot 40 out.
Yeah, Harvey, again, they've just got to make these opportunities count. They were inaccurate with 4-11 last week. Is that going to make the distance? But he's missed again. Peppering away. And this was a bit of a problem for them last week. It takes them to 2-6-18, trailing by 23 points. So let's see what Macaulay does this time.
He goes long to the outer side to an even contest. There's numbers at ground level in Jaden Davis for PAC. They work it through. It's with Davis again. Takes on a tackler. It's with Perks and he kicks long. Craig Pitts found himself all on his own and he has a short kick. If he does hit it, he does. It's Oliver Clark. He plays on. He should stroll in and kick a goal. And he does. Wow, that went from one end of the ground to the other in a flash. And that was a brilliant team goal by Prince Alfred, finished by Oliver Clark, which takes the margin to 6-5?
7-5.
7-5, didn't update. 29 points the margin for PAC. So 2 goals, straight to 2 points Prince Alfred's way in this third quarter. And you've got to kick straight to bring yourself back into the game of footy, don't you?
That probably sums up just the difference between these two sides. And you look at even last year, you know, one's gone running premiers and one finishing 7th. And the ability to finish when it's your turn, they've just, that's twice now that where Brighton have been pressing, they've just gone goal to goal and have been able to just put a dagger into the hearts of all the Brighton Bomber players and fans. But they're going to go again, Brighton. Like their persistence, one hand up there for Draper. Ball's on the ground here at half forward.
High.
Umpire has picked out a free kick against O'Loughlin here, and it will go to the coach, Craig Pitt, and he would have loved that last passage of play. Was part of it, of course, with the assist to Oliver Clark. So wants to go to the outer side of the ground. A little bit risky. Is he going to get there? Not quite. Will Rivers. Ball just got there to Wilkin.
It's a good run.
It back on the left. Now they go long. Well done there by Brazel. Was out numbered. He's still in at it, Brazel. Now applying the tackle. They've done well. Quick handball there from Perks. Ball's right in the middle of the ground. Numbers with Brighton. Kick's going to come out here. It's gone over the top of Will Rivers. Is good shepherding provided there. That was by Sumner. And ball's gone switched quickly to the outer side of the ground. Pritchard's calling for it. The short kick instead goes to Davis. So Davis, the ball now outside 50, just inside the centre square. Pritchard calling for it again. Davis decides to go short to the outer side, honours the lead. Good lead from Brinsley, former captain. That ball being kept in, it has, there by Jaden Davis. But that's not his best effort. And Brighton can load up again here from half-back.
It's with Evans. He's intercepted quite a few times today. He's been one of their better players in that defence. It's been peppered a little bit. He goes long down the line. Oh, that's great work by Harvey off hands. He's taken a bounce and it's fumbled. And
fumbled over the boundary line.
Fumbled over the boundary line. He had all the space, had all the time in the world, but unfortunately just didn't want to come up to him as it's thrown in. There's plenty of players here for Brighton. It's with Carthy, tackled by Wilkin. And it will be a repeat ball up. It's about 55 out from PAC's goal, out of side. Trenorden just takes it out of the ruck, says he doesn't need to tap it. Hands it off to Jaden Davis, gone in the pit direction. Brighton again with plenty of numbers around this ball. It's with Chalmers and they go for a switch. It's a risky one and it's come off to Cheeseman. If he can find this kick, they should be out. It's with Higgins, if it can bounce up for him. And he's got it. Doesn't have much to kick to. That's free, so he has to go to a contest. And Will Schmidt, that is a superb intercept mark, but it could be turned over. Nope. Oh, cool touch play on by the umpire. Perks just drops that one with his 1 mitt. Schmidt again involved. In deep by Charlick. That's well done again by Evans in the contest. And Brighton give good pressure at ground level. Can they get a ball up to stem this bit of momentum? And they have. Will Schmidt, what a mark to intercept that one. They look like they were out.
Oh, he's had a fantastic quarter, Will Schmidt. Probably best on ground in this third quarter. So up it goes. Just booted off the ground. Well anticipated there by Dermody, but his kick's going to fall a little bit short, and actually well anticipated there in the back line by Ollie Wilkin. He's going to get 25 as well.
He's been good, Wilkin. Good skills, good pressure.
Very, very even side. You know, it's going to be hard to give the Archies away. There's been no standout today. Kick goes towards the outer side. It's a high kick. Brighton numbers around the ball again. It's going to be contested. That ball's not coming out. Umpire says, I will ball it up. Half forward here for the Reds. They lead on the Sportle and Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard by 29 points. Game high, 29 points. And Brighton have got it out of that stoppage. Kick's going to come across. Dixon doesn't quite get to him. Well, that might be high. It certainly is. So, Juice Davis. Lovely looking kick into the centre. Well, that could almost be 25. That was a bit late. He's gone to his mate. Razzle, dazzle, brazzle.
He's turned his back. Doesn't want to honour a lead. He's confident.
He thinks he can make the distance from here. He's stepping back.
He's in the centre
right
circle.
To the edge of the centre circle. He's going to be kicking from probably around about 50, maybe 55. So Brazel. This will certainly be a contender. This is a big long shot here from Brazel. Oh no, that's gone off the side of the boot. That's that's probably almost further away from where it started. Off hands and around about 20 metres around from the point post.
You want to have his time again there, Brazel, but that's all right. He's kicked plenty of them. I'm sure he'll get another chance as the day goes on. This is picked up there by a PAC player, but he was tackled by Brighton defenders. They've held up well, the Brighton defence. Even though they are down in this game, they've certainly been peppered, but they've got plenty of numbers around. As it's with Wilkin, it looks like. No. Brighton intercept through Broadbent. And it's been dispossessed, and the umpire will have it again. Look like they've set up well behind the ball. PAC players pointing, shouting at each other, get set in their positions, try to lock this one in. It's off hands. It's Broadbent. Handball's forward. Umpire's blown a whistle. I think he's found a free somewhere. I think he might have just got taken high. It's Carthy, the captain, just wearing one for his side. He's got it about 30 out from his own goal. He has Dermody on. He also has...
Very short there.
Very short, yeah. Get the tape measure out for that one. He gets it again, Carthy, so he's working hard for his team. Just right on the junction, out of side. He's got Cheeseman on short if he wants. He goes long. in the Dixon direction. He's drifting across. Oh, Benny and Ello just drops that one. Ended up being nearly uncontested. It's come to a one-on-one. Taka versus Pritchard. And it's Pritchard who marks, intercepts to Sumner, the vice-captain. Missed kick there. Carthy could pick this up for Brighton. About 50 from home. It's bobbling around. Players dive on each other. And the umpire will have it for a ball up. So just playing between the arcs at the moment. Both teams. Brighton down 29 points, the margin. 18 minutes gone, third quarter. They certainly need a goal, Brighton, if they're going to mount a comeback in this game.
It's been a real grind this quarter. Only the
certainly.
1 goal.
Certainly.
2 goals.
To 2 points.
To 2 points. So
Perks. Chalmers runs after it for Brighton. Jolly, clean hands. And it's kicked forward. Who can mark? Oh, that's a strong mark. I think it's Oliver Clark, is it? Yeah, it looks like Oliver Clark. Hayden Jolly just on his hands and knees, shoveling one out there for a receiver. And that's all you need, some clean hands inside to get it to the outside. And then that was just a brilliant piece of one-on-one work by Clark. So he's 20 metres out for his second of the afternoon. For his second goal in a row also. Should kick. Oh, and he's missed it. So that's an even 5 goals the margin now. PAC's way, 19.5 minutes gone on the Sportal and Hahn Ultra Low Carb scoreboard.
So, what can Brighton do here? They ended up with 4-11 last week. Likely to probably end up with a similar score again this week. They're just struggling to, not for lack of opportunity, there's probably some of those shots on goal they could have kicked. Kick comes out.
Evans.
And Evans not paid. Had plenty of it. 2 goes at it. He's been really good, Evans. But umpire said no. After your first go at it, someone else had it in between. So over the top, Carthy.
Oh, hello.
Excellent tap. O'Loughlin races on. That's a beautiful kick. Good smart play there by Harvey to knock it out in front. He's got to be able to pick it up in front of Pritchard.
Oh, no.
Decides to go inside looking for Osborne, but he was the smallest of the 3 players there. And odds were always against him. McCauley's just going to pop it out wide. And they can set up again here. Kick now goes outside 50. Oh, it's missed Jolly. It's going to make him work.
Oh. No.
2 come over. Brighton, the 2 numbers win out.
Rivers.
Right, Rivers. Outnumbered 2-3 to 1. And this man, Will Schmidt, tell you what, hopefully he takes about size 9s or 10s, because I think that's what I've brought for today. He's having a sensational third quarter. Good spoil by Pitt. Butters up. Handball to Farrell. Gets a little handball to Jolly. His kick, just a little dinky kick inside to Pitt. Decided to switch eventually, but the kick's not going to get there. O'Loughlin couldn't quite get the intercept. Brighton pressing again. Oh, player all by himself here. Harvey gets the bounce. Rivers is free. Rivers is going to get to him, and he's going to waltz in, and he's going to kick the 3rd goal of the day for Brighton. What a much-needed goal that is.
They had to work hard for that one,
They
didn't they?
did have to work hard, but there's great persistence and well played by the Bombers. They go to 3-6-24, trailing the reigning premiers 7-6-48. So an even 4-goal margin here on the Sportal and Hahn Ultra Low Carb scoreboard. Just have to a little bit of a lull here. I think they need a new ball. That one's ended up out on the road. Oh no, umpire's got it now. And we've got 2 balls on the field. One umpire bringing one in, and boundary umpire eventually got it. Let's see what happens here. Very interesting point. Okay, so they've gone with the original ball. That's just a nice little torp there by the umpire to get it back out towards the boundary line. So after that little comedic event. I'll let you call the next one.
Sure
Let's
thing.
go, Jack.
Trenorden and Draper go at it in the ruck. Trenorden off hands. It's with Macaulay. He's had a good couple of minutes. Macaulay took that intercept mark just before, but that kick's probably not his best moment. It's in the direction of Osborne. No. Dixon, strong mark in front. In front of Ianello, the big man. He honours the runner, but he ran straight into trouble, and he's nearly been taken holding the ball, and it's found its way to Pitt, to Osborne. Dixon, it's the big man doing it on the ground again. Carthy, the skipper, scraps a kick out, but it's intercepted by Mitch Wicks. He has players on for a switch, which is what they've done a few times today. And he goes in that direction, but that's not going to find a PAC chest. It finds Rivers. He's 55 out. And he hits the skipper right on 3/4 time. The umpire's paid the mark.
Oh, what a kick this is.
48 metres. He's marked it. So kick from just before 50. There's absolutely no wind.
Can he make the distance here?
There's no wind. It's just all about direction. He's on a slight angle. All the big men for PAC get to the line. The skipper, Otis Carthy. This is a massive opportunity to bring his side in it.
Win the quarter by a point.
Oh, looks okay off the boot. Struck it well. Oh, it's just drifted to the far side. So at 3/4 time, Brighton go in. 3 goals, 7-25, trailing Prince Alfred 7-6-48. It's a margin of 23 points to the hosts on the Sportal and Hahn Ultra Low Carb scoreboard. We'll be back after a short break.
So back here at Part 9, it's Ladies' Day for the opening home game for the reigning premiers, Prince Alfred Old Collegians, and they lead at three-quarter time by 23 points on the Sportal and Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard. 7-6-48, 3-7-25. So a bit of a grind that third quarter, 2-1. Brighton certainly not without effort, but just without a little bit of polish, Jack.
Yeah, certainly. In the third quarter, 1-3 for Brighton to 2-1 for Prince Alfred. So Prince Alfred just making the most of their opportunities slightly. And it's going to be Draper and Trenorden to go at it once again for the start of this last quarter. Prince Alfred in front by 23 points. It's scrapped around in there, picked up by Perry, kicks forward, goes towards the boundary side of centre wing. Handball to O'Loughlin. He goes flying shot from 50. It's fallen short, bouncing through, and it goes through for a point. So Brighton, bright start, but once again, it's another point. They find themselves 22 points down. Hopefully they can lock this in their attacking half at the start of this last quarter. It's brought in. Schmidt, he's been good. He was super in that third quarter. He goes long, and Cheeseman, unfortunately, couldn't quite pick it up. And the umpire's called off hands, and it's out for a boundary throw-in.
So, Brighton have to make advantage of this early ascendancy. Out of the ruck, Trenorden couldn't get the handball out. Kick's going to come in here from Draper. Tackle applied by Carthy. It's captain on vice captain there. Umpire says, I'll have it, thanks. A little bit of push and shove by the 224s here. Loy and Brinsley just in front of us. Scrubber kick forward by Tarka. Races on. First one there is going to be Jack Ianello. Sees it over the boundary line off hands, but it's moved around now, probably about 20 metres around from the northern goal. The attacking side for Brighton, and they need a goal pretty much here to just give themselves a glimmer of hope.
Oh, Draper.
Worley couldn't take it. Lovely sidestep, kick forward there by Venning. Has gone across the face again. And it's just wasted opportunities here. That one reasonably difficult, having said that, but gee, they just need to snag something as Jolly brings it out from fullback.
And he finds Wilkin just left of centre half back for PAC. He has an option on short. He just slows it down a touch and he goes long. A big 50-metre ball just out of centre wing. Picked up by the skipper in McNamara, and it's kicked forward. Tracked back by... Oh, and it's picked up sharply. Great run-down tackle there by Murphy. And he's been rewarded for holding the ball. They want to move it quick, and that's not the execution they would have been after. Pitt intercepts really well, just reading the play. Oh, and he's got Benny and Ello all out on his own. And he's marked 30 out on a pretty tough angle. But kickable. He's already kicked one today, and he kicked a couple last week, so he knows where the goals are. And unfortunately, just a bit of poor execution trying to come inside. It's always the dangerous kick, and it's a bit of risk versus reward, and unfortunately, the reward might not be there for Brighton if Ianello can put this through. So they're in front by 21 points. This will make it tough if he puts it through for Brighton. Comes in, little stutter step on his left, and it looks to be a bit off the side of the boot. And it's gone through for a point. So PAC lead by 22 points, 7 goals, 7-49 to 3 goals, 9. Geez, 3 goals, 9, 27 for Brighton. Those points are just starting to add up slightly. They look like they're shaping up for a big talk down the ground. What do you reckon here, Vince? He plays on and he goes straight down the ground with a bit of a mongrel drop punt. Not what he would have been after, and he's found a wide open Jaden Davis. Oh no, that's a brain fade.
From O'Loughlin there. And that's going to bring him to around about 40 out.
He must have thought he played on and he just went in for the big bear hug. And the umpire said that's probably the easiest 25 metre I'm going to pay. And now Jaden Davis, who led the goal kicking for the competition last year with 59 goals, he certainly knows where the sticks are. I'm backing him in to put this one through.
I think so. Juice Davis here should join our list of goal kickers.
That breeze.
Give a man a rap.
Oh,
happens every time.
I'm learning that pretty quickly. Pump them up and they let you down.
2 points apiece in this last quarter so far. 5 minutes played on the Sportal and Hahn Ultra Low Carb scoreboard. Short kick comes out to Higgins. He decides to go down the line. Ooh. Excellent spoil there by Brazel. Puts the ball over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in right in front of the ladies here in Ladies' Day here at Park 9. Trenorden couldn't quite take it out the ruck. Oh, there's a tackle applied. That was dropped. Ball spills. Opportunity here for Brighton. Ends up after a chain of handballs or Loy's handballs intercepted again. But taken over the boundary line by McNamara. We'll have another boundary throw in. Right next to our commentary position here. Right half forward. Carthy spoiled.
He's got time.
Picked up well by Loy. His kick is high. Here come the runners. Oh, good chest mark there taken by Rivers. Rivers spots and he's gone again. Harvey, is he going to get there? He's just missed it again.
Venning
doesn't quite get the distance and it's going to be marked just... Well, Murray would have gone through for a point anyway, but last line of defence. The ball comes out here towards the commentary side.
And it's been fisted over the line. Good work there by the two Brighton players in that contest. And it goes out for a boundary throw-in. About 60 from home for Brighton. Gee, if Sam Venning could have put that one through, would have given him a massive boost. Anyway, off we go. McNamara, geez, he's been class in that midfield today for Prince Alfred. Comes out, Chris Broadbent leads the foot race here. And he's been pushed over without it, but the umpire lets it play on. Dixon picks up cleanly to Broadbent. And he offers a little chip to Nigel Osborne. One of their better players in 2023. That's a great kick. If he can mark, it's Carthy. And he has another opportunity to bring his side back into it. Just good pressure there by some Brighton players around that scrap kick, which created the turnover at on that outer wing, and they worked it well to find a chest. Carthy. 40, 45, 50 out on a 45-degree angle. He strikes it well, and that one looks like it's gone straight through. And that will give Brighton a massive lift. That brings them to 17 points. 7-8-50 to 4 goals, 9-33. 8 minutes gone on the Sportal and Hahn Ultra Low Carb scoreboard. Hahn, great taste, ultra low carb, how good. And how good was that goal from Otis Carthy?
Well, finally they were able to get some reward for effort, Brighton. It's mentioned it before, it's not a lack of effort today, it's just a lack of polish in front of goal.
Plenty of time left.
Took the skipper, yep, they're not out of it. 3 kicks. Lovely tap from Trenorden. Ball's not coming out though. Tackle's applied there by Riley Davis. Umpire will come in, we'll do it all again. This time it's Draper. Trenorden though takes it. Gets the ball up towards 50. Oh, excellent grab there. That's a contender for Bianco Mark of the Week by Broadbent. He's had a good game too, Broadbent. Decides to go out wide. Oh, going to have to fly from behind again almost.
Nearly betted him.
Osborne tries to spoil. There's 2 players here. One of them is Perry. Goes inside, Broadbent's got it again, decides to go short. Good kick.
Draper.
So, Draper. Is he going to go out here to Murphy? No. Decides to go down the wing. And long. Lovely long looking kick. Oh, two players fly for it. Goes over the bat. Well sharked by Harvey. Chain of handballs ends up with Carthy. Can they get someone on the end of this one? That's a lovely kick. Is the mark taken? No, not quite taken there by Rivers. Spills over the boundary line. 25, 30 metres around from the right-hand point post, but they're pressing again, and gee, a goal here would make it interesting.
They certainly are. They certainly are. They've been good the last couple of minutes, Brighton. And it's a boundary throw-in, about 30 out. We've got Will Rivers, big buckets, against Trenorden in the ruck. Rivers grabs it and is tackled. So repeat ball up. Let's see if someone can get on the move here for Brighton. Harvey's been lively in this last quarter, providing plenty of pace. Just evades Tarka, and the umpire's found a free kick here to Brighton. Not quite sure what he's found, but it's with Higgins. So Higgins has it 50 metres out from goal. He was in the best players for Brighton in both games that they played against each other last year. So he likes playing against PAC, there's Blake Higgins, and he's 50 out. Looks okay off the boot, and it is. So that makes things extremely interesting. Higgins goals, and they find themselves down only by 11 points. 11 minutes gone in this last quarter, so certainly plenty of time for Brighton to keep mounting this comeback charge, Vince.
Suddenly, it's two kicks. Now, reward for effort. And it just proves the points that when you get your opportunities, you just have to take them. You have to take them. And this quarter, they started well again. We're peppering away. But the difference was this time, this quarter, that Prince Alfred haven't been able to make them pay. So out of the centre.
McNamara.
This time, McNamara again. Well done. Gee, Broadbent. Wow. What a last quarter he's having. Having a very good game, but an exceptional last quarter. Kick goes out wide. Sun's starting to become a little bit of a factor. Here's the goal scorer, Higgins. Oh, big fly from behind by Tarka.
Jeez.
Couldn't quite take the mark. Errant handball. Tackles applied on the centre wing.
High one.
It's starting to get a little bit desperate this game.
I think that was a high one.
Prince Alfred probably wouldn't have anticipated this at three-quarter time. The Brighton are coming. We'd love to see them kick their next goal. That'll certainly raise the decibel level up here.
It might not because they're away. Brighton.
Well, up here it will raise the decibel level.
It will, yeah. We'll get up and about for sure.
We'll be up and about. We'll put a little bit of angst into the majority of the crowd. But 11 points. And here's a stalemate. This is big. Who's going to win out of this stoppage? Trenorden gets the tap. Jolly's kick spoiled.
Here we go.
Shark
Rivers.
by Harvey. Rivers. Wobbling kick inside. Bouncing, rolling. Numbers with the Reds. They're going to clear. Oh, now it's a rushed kick out. And numbers are here. It's going to be intercepted by Perry. He goes short. Honours the lead. Jack Plenty's going to go look to lead up. He's got a player who's let out. The mark's going to be taken too. Boy, oh boy. Plays on round the body and does not score. Gee.
Harvey.
Shane Harvey. My hands are on my head. Jack's hands are on his head. Deary me. Go back and take the set shot. Never mind. They're peppering. They're in this game.
They certainly are. And Harvey's also been in this game in this last quarter. Unfortunately, he couldn't get his team within a kick within a kick. I'm sure they'll have plenty more opportunities in this last quarter as it's come to centre wing on this boundary, on this commentary side. In and about, that ball's bobbling in and about, and the umpire calls for a ball up. So, Prince Alfred all of a sudden leading by only 11 points, couple of kicks in it. And Brighton, they seem to have all the runners. Carthy on his own, squaring ball, and it's marked by O'Loughlin. So, the reigning Brighton best and fairest from last year. He's had a quiet game. But this, sometimes footy's about moments, and if you can own this moment and put it through, looks to be pretty far out. Might even be kicking from inside the goal square. Can't quite tell from this position. But he just nurses back on it and puts it straight through. So, Brighton are only down by 5 points.
Oh, game on here.
Certainly game on. 15 minutes gone. And PAC lead by 5.
3 goals to zip.
Certainly a game of it.
It is 5 points the margin.
2 scoring shots in this quarter for O'Loughlin, so he's just lifted his level slightly.
And let's go.
Yep, let's
16
go.
minutes, 5 points the margin.
3 on the trot for Brighton.
3 in a row. What a crucial centre bounce this is. Up they go again. Trenorden gets it down, intercepted beautifully by Osborne. Ooh. But he's half tripped up. Ball now, going to go back the other way in the centre. Spoil. Well picked up there by Murphy. Murphy goes out wide, and here they go. Higgins. Higgins goes to the outer side. Osborne, how does he get that free? He's got a player further ahead. Rivers takes it on the bounce. Turns around on the left, snaps. Oh, and it's intercepted. Excellent intercept there. Has been taken. I think that might have been at half back. Is that Davis back there maybe? But excellent intercept. Decides to slow it down. Goes out wide. Big pack forms. Good mark. Strong mark. Taken there by Brazel. He goes short. They're just plays a short kicking game. Decides to go wide. Pitt's got all by himself. Too far out. Garrels has a little bit. Decides to pop it up. Centre half forward. Mark taking good tackle there by Cheeseman Dutton. But suddenly, again, the ball is now a 30 out in a very, very dangerous position here. As the Reds look to maybe suddenly put a little bit of breathing space in this game late. 17.5 minutes on the Sportle and Hahn. Ultra low carb scoreboard. Bounces around. There's a quick kick out. Is that going to be by the man, Jaden Juice Davis? He kicks the goal. And it's back out to an 11-point lead. And that breaks a run of 3 straight from Brighton. And they'll need 2 now in the last few minutes of this final stanza.
Yep, well done there by Jaden Davis, just providing an option back of that contest. And sharp skills that he's got. Quick kick onto that trusty left boot, and shows why he was the #1 goal kicker in the comp in Division 1 for 2023. When his side needed him, he put it through and makes up for his slight error when I mozzed him early in this quarter. So 1 goal 1 for Jaden Davis in this last quarter. 8 goals 8, 56 to 6 goals 9, 45, 11 points the margin as Tarka mops this one up from an errant handball. And it's just bobbling around here. Oh, Pritchard. Tarka just come from nowhere on that silky left boot. He might have something to say in the result of this game. It looks like he's working his way into it very nicely. As it goes inside, 50 for Brighton. It's off hands. It's Harvey. Gets a handball out. Rivers, big buckets. Big snap. And it's gone through for a point. That was a tough chance. And it's 10 points the margin.
Minute away from time on. And I'm not surprised that Hayden Jolly's just going to take a little bit of time. Out he goes to Schmidt. And this transition could be dangerous. It's now almost at half forward with Brinsley. Brinsley goes to Pitt, still too far out. Players presenting. This is the kick inside 50. And excellent mark taken by Murphy. Not paid in defence. Under pressure. Osborne caught. Not paid. In there was Broadbent. Couldn't quite take it. Murphy again with the handball. And it ends up.
I think that was a mark.
Ends up out of bounds. About 40 around from the Prince Alfred goal. Entering time on now on the Sportle and Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard. In it comes. Draper gets it down. Handball comes to Evans.
Oh, hello.
Oh, a bit of indecision. Oh, it's been taken. Here goes Brazel. Brazel snaps around the body, and that will do it.
Wow.
Indecision in the back line. Intercepted by Brazel. Takes the ball, snaps around the body, and Davis and Brazel combining as they did so often last year, and suddenly the margin is out now to 16 points. 9.862 to 6.10.46. Sportle and Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard, and that's probably a bridge just a bit too far.
Yeah, certainly. No, you called it well. Arguably their two best players from last year getting involved when they needed them most. And Brighton here just look to change things up a little bit. O'Loughlin coming off the back of the square. They will need a bit of run and drive. Getting an extra number at contest, maybe. He's just off the back of the pack here in this centre bounce. And he's manned up here by Perks. So that leaves Cheeseman Dutton, the spare, off this contest. He goes in to equal it. O'Loughlin comes in with a flying third man up punch. Good tackle there by the Brighton midfielder. Just take the sting out of this one, PAC. That's what they'll aim to do as we come into red time in this last quarter. Remember, 16 points the margin. Brighton had it to as close as 5 points. And PAC have kicked the last two. Handball forward by Draper. Kick forward there by Nerlich, and it's marked by O'Loughlin. So he runs back. He's about 25 out. He runs back to quickly, hopefully, put this one through. And he does, I think. Yes, he does. So that's 10 points. Is there a pulse? We're not quite sure how long is left. It says 22 minutes gone on the scoreboard. There might be 5 minutes. What do you reckon, Vince?
Yeah,
certainly enough time.
More goals this quarter, so there probably still is a few more minutes to go. Yeah, right call. So let's just see. That's 4 goals to 3. So
O'Loughlin almost been the difference in this quarter. Bit of polish in front of goal. 2 goals won this quarter.
Sorry, 4-2.
The best and fairest for Brighton, stepping up when his team needs it most.
Out it comes again. Handball forward, out of the ruck, doing all the work there. Trinorden, just outside 50. Osborne gets the handball. The switch is going to be on here. It's a good kick. Dixon's got it. So Tim Dixon is back inside his own 50. Just goes short. Cheeseman Dutton, what can he do? They've got to go quickly. Need a goal now. Bring it back within a kick. Goes long through centre wing. Pack forms. Oh, Dixon plays on. Gets it out now to Harvey. Harvey's little dribble. It's just missed there by Draper.
In the back.
And it's caused them to give up the free kick there, Rivers. That might have been last chance saloon. Craig Pitt certainly in no hurry. He's just going to go long, back down to centre wing. Free fly, the highest there, Evans couldn't quite take it. That left player's on the ground. Jolly beats Osborne to it. How good were those hands? And that ball's going to end up here with McNamara. What a game he's played, McNamara. And it'll be fitting here for him to kick the goal at the 24-minute mark. He's been superb all day.
I was just about to say the same thing. It's been excellent.
Lachlan McNamara, captain's game today. He, again, is in no hurry whatsoever. Crossing over the 50. Lachlan McNamara fitting into a fantastic game for the skipper. And just when we thought there was a pulse, the defibrillator has failed and this game is over.
Broadbent just arguing that it might have been a point. It did look close to the goalpost. But you've got to go with the umpire's decision in this game. So 16 points the margin, 25 minutes gone on the Sportal and Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard. PAC lead this one. And they'll look to take the sting out of it for the remaining minutes. Brighton have shown plenty of life in this last quarter. 4 goals to 3. As it's tapped down beautifully there by Draper and sharked by Tarka with the clean centre clearance in the Harvey direction. Can he get on the end of this one? Not quite. He does eventually pick it up. Snap inside. Oh, flying back with the flight. What's happened there? Is that a mark? No.
Umpire's called a stop in play. We're just going to... I think they're just checking to see if it was actually in bounds. It was a flying effort.
That was Nick Rewald style, just off hands. And it's going to be thrown in.
Touched. Is that O'Loughlin again? That was flying high there. Gee, what a last quarter he's played to try and bring his team back. Well, it did bring his team back into the game.
Draper wins the ruck contest. Or Brighton player ridden forward, looking for the free. It was O'Loughlin again. Geez, he's been everywhere in this last quarter. About 40 out from Brighton goal. Trenorden taps. And it's one well there. And it's cleared in the Evans and Jaden Davis direction. Broadbent should mop this up. And does. Handballs to Cheeseman Dutton. He has Murphy if he wants back. But he shrugs off a would-be tackler in the O'Loughlin direction. Well spoiled down. It's picked up by Otis Carthy. That's a big long ball. It's not going to reach the goal square, and that's a great mark.
Cracking Bianco mark of the day.
Looks like Draper maybe? Yeah, it is. Dylan Draper.
Yeah, big grab. Good strong hands.
He comes in and kicks the goal. Great work there by Dylan Draper. One of their better players last year, the big man, and he's been a good servant today for Brighton, and that brings them to within 10 points. We're not sure exactly how long there is to go in this game, so it is only 2 goals. If they can just get another quick one from this centre bounce, they will think they're certainly in with a shot. The energy's high from Brighton, so still on the ground. Plenty of positive words coming from the lads.
5-3 this quarter, so 8 goals. So he's probably still got a couple of minutes. We just never know. We've called it a couple of times, but they keep coming, Brighton. All credit to them. Handball, bit of a scrap now. What's the umpire going to do here? He's going to call holding the ball. He has to call holding the ball. He does call holding the ball. So...
Oh, he's paid 25.
25, not giving the ball back. Dixon goes straight away long. Inside 50, a mark here.
Oh, he's marked it.
Bitches, it is a mark.
Rivers.
He's going to rush back. And attempt to bring it back with the kick again.
Gee
Jeez,
whiz.
I tell you, they keep coming. And coming.
Oh.
Coming. He's just missed, but the siren has gone. So, excellent effort by the Bombers in the last quarter. They kicked 5 in the last quarter after only kicking 3 in the first 3 quarters, but it wasn't quite enough. And the reigning premiers get off to a winning start. A 2-0 start now for their defence of their 2023 premiership. Entertaining finish, very entertaining last quarter. 8 goals scored, and exactly what you would have wanted to see on the broadcast. An encouraging fight back on a number of occasions there by the Bombers, but they've just fallen 9 points short in the end. 10-8, 68 to 8-11-59 on our Sportle and Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard. Well, only question now is who the hell are we going to give the Archies to?
Yeah, you could pick quite a few of them. McNamara was good. Brazil in that second quarter. Potentially the difference, wasn't he, Brazil, in that second quarter? He also kicked one in the last quarter. So we could give it to a host of players, for sure.
Host of players, even performance. Let's just quickly go through final score here on the Sportle and Hahn ultra low carb scoreboard. 10-8, 68, Prince Alfred to Brighton, 8-11-59. As we said, Brazil was 3 overall, very good. Wicks with 1, Ianello with 1. That is, of course, Ben Ianello. Pitt with an important goal late in the second quarter. Garrels and Clark in the third quarter, and chipping in Davis and McNamara in the latter stages of the last quarter for the Bombers. Rivers with 2, Carthy also with 2, O'Loughlin with 2, and singles there to Higgins, and the last goal of the game was to Draper. So that's about it here from us. Our broadcast brought to you by Sports Interactive and Dartfish. Our game, our broadcast sponsor today, Classic Clashes, celebrating grassroots greatness. And our player of the day is Archie, as we see here, Thomas Brinsley getting cheered off the ground after his 200th game, so well played to him. We're going to sign off. Well played to Barnaby, our magnificent cameraman and producer, did a fantastic job. And on behalf of Jack Bamwell on debut, and I'll tell you, if there were Archies for that, my word, superb effort, Jack, and myself, Vince Cosme. I'm at Broadview next week. Where are you? Actually, I'm at Broadview on Anzac Day on the Thursday. Do you know where you are next week?
I'm pretty sure at Sacred Heart against St. Peter's.
Yep, so we will both see you next week at some stage. Well done to the reigning premiers. They're off to a 2-0 start. Their opponents today off to Norton 2, but not for lack of trying today. From Park 9, as the shadows come across the ground, we bid you farewell.
Right.